Good morning, folks. Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson here, and welcome to our regular mayor live stream update. City Council received an update and approved the City of Long Beach moving into our next phase in our work on homelessness. And so today in our live stream, we're going to talk about a little bit of what we've accomplished over the past year in terms of building our capacity to be a city that really addresses comprehensively homelessness. And we're going to focus on what the next phase is, what we're focused on this year as we move to the next phase that we outlined over the past few months. And so today we join you for the 34th time since we declared emergency on homelessness to discuss the City of Long Beach's response efforts. And so this is more, live stream focused than we've placed on any issue ever. And we're just proud of the progress that we made, but we fully understand that there's a whole lot more work we're going to do. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. So we've talked to so many people over the past year, including outreach worker Lucy Hayes, who came in and we talked with her. She's the case manager from the Homeless Services Bureau, who came out of retirement to support our emergency response, and we highlighted her at the State of the City. We brought in community partners like Gregory Sanders, lead pastor of the Rock Christian Fellowship and president of the Long Beach Ministers Alliance, to talk about the partnership between our faith community and the city. We brought in different city leaders across departments. One of those leaders is Teresa Chandler, who oversees homeless response efforts across departments, centralized in the city manager's office, and has served as an incident commander during the first phase of our emergency. And so, Teresa, welcome back. How many times have you been on this with us? I think 2 times before, right?
Yeah.
This is your 3rd in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, we talked about how successful we were going to be. So you want to just jump in and talk about our progress?
I would love to talk about our progress.
Sure.
So we had 4 overarching goals. So first of all, I'm really happy to be here again.
Yeah,
Thank you
welcome.
for having me.
Absolutely.
And so we had a lot of amazing staff come together. I'm so honored to work with the staff and just from all the different departments. It really was a huge undertaking. So I'm really excited to talk about what we got to do through this emergency proclamation. So of the 4 main goals that we set out in the beginning.
At the beginning,
right? So we had 4 overarching goals.
Right.
Under those overarching goals, we separated those into immediate, short-term, medium-term, and long-term strategies.
That's right.
Right? So out of those strategies, 13 out of 14 immediate strategies and 13 out of 15 short-term strategies have totally been completed.
And those were like immediate, like in the first 6 months and in the first year.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So all 9 medium-term projects are on track to be completed by the end of this year, which is in line with the stated completion target of 24 months.
24-month window. So we're getting, so we're clear. We're out of the first immediate, which is like the first 6 months, and then the year. And now we're going to the next phase that we outlined,
Correct.
12 to 24 months.
Yeah, so we're not done yet.
Right. We're not done yet. Like folks are like, oh, what did you accomplish during the emergency? It's like, dude, we laid out a plan and we executed the first part. It's like assembling the team, right? You go out and draft a baseball team, but you don't say that you won the season once you assembled the team. The season has just begun.
Yes, we've got so much more work to do, but we laid a really solid foundation, which is amazing. So we set the priorities. So post-emergency will focus on the longer-term goals that are already underway. So as you said, we set up the team, we set a foundation, and now we're moving into the next phase. So there's a lot of goals that we set, which are great. And as we move into that next phase, which we'll talk about a little bit later, we're going to have a lot more work to do, get done.
So in that first year, it's been busy. We've accomplished a lot in the first year in terms of just building up our capacity as a big city to respond to a greater extent. And if I were to name one lasting accomplishment from the emergency, it's got to be that we've gotten much more nimble and we're able to move faster. We're able to think more creatively. Just look at the response, the historic response to the storms that we had this month. Because of the things that we did during the emergency, this allowed us to respond differently even during the storm. Having capacity for additional shelter and the warm weather facilities. So walk us through what we did to help people experiencing homelessness during the storm, generally in cold times. So what did we do this year?
Do that. So I think what you said is exactly right. We're able to make real-time interventions a lot faster. So first, I'm going to talk about the inclement weather shelter. So we've operated a seasonal winter shelter in partnership with the county for years.
Right.
But the emergency actually encouraged us to think outside of the box. And for the first time, we transformed the multi-service center from an office by day into a shelter on cold and rainy nights.
Right.
Okay. This is no easy task, and it was a huge lift for our team, as you can imagine. Many of our homeless service staffers are actually pulling double shifts in order to make this happen. But to your point about thinking creatively, during one of our emergency operations meetings, we found out that some of the folks who helped run our vaccine clinics were actually available to help with the inclement weather shelter. So we mobilized these team members, which further expanded our ability to operate, which was incredible.
Right.
Last summer, we also purchased a building at 702 Anaheim.
Right.
Very exciting. That is now being used. It's going to be a year-round shelter. But from the months of November to March, we actually are using that for our winter shelter. And in this space, through the winter, when we need more shelter capacity, we have the ability to flex that space and expand for even more capacity. When that gets full, we supplement both of these options with motel vouchers, and we also work with the county to see what other options might be available throughout the county. So now when outreach visits places that are particularly dangerous in a storm and come into contact with people who are particularly vulnerable, we're able to offer a warm space for them to sleep. And we've added an additional outreach method to connect with people in the city who are experiencing homelessness through our text line. So something that was also developed and implemented as part of the emergency, and we're going to continue it, keep it going. We can quickly share shelter information directly with people who are in need.
That's great. So these are tangible. So before I move on, prior to the emergency, what we found was that, we've had capacity to address, we've done homelessness a long time in Long Beach. We're a public health jurisdiction, but the impacts of the pandemic had grown, and the homeless situation was much bigger than the capacity we had. So it's important for people to understand the function, the role of the emergency was really to give us the powers to plus up quickly,
right? To
add more shelter capacity, to transition our facilities, to bring on more staff, think creatively, to look at new outreach models, and all those things we've done. We have 2 mobile access centers. A year ago, we had none, right? We have more permanent shelter. Every year we would play political hot potato and where to place the winter shelter.
Exactly.
We never have that discussion anymore because now we have a permanent site, right? And we were able to work with partners and build so much more capacity. Our partnerships with Rescue Mission and all these others, we're in a much better place to help manage the crisis. But what we need to do is make sure that people understand that you didn't get into the homeless crisis overnight. You're not going to get out of it overnight. We have to be prepared to do the hard work of addressing root causes and building up the other infrastructure necessary, from recuperative care support in our hospitals and additional permanent supportive housing and where people go when they come out of shelter. All of that takes time. And what I and why I'm optimistic is we've done what we need to do here locally, but we're starting to see the region and the state move in the same direction, right? Like the governor's proposals around mental health reform, some of the work that the county is doing in partnering, and the region like La Casa, and focused on finding regional solutions to bring more housing, more funding for housing and tenant protections, keeping the people in their homes. All that effort together over the next few years will come together and build just a more robust safety net. And I think also this gives us an opportunity to get back to the things people really want us to talk about. Like homelessness is one thing, but people in their front of the mind, what they want to be aspirational. They want to think about home ownership. They want to think about how I can build wealth and become a homeowner. So that's a big part of it too. So moving this next phase, we get to bring back in some of the things really exciting for people, like how to get our young people the opportunity to buy a home, like I did when I was 25. And so we really look forward to the next phase. But anyway, yes, we're encouraging people experiencing homelessness or in need of services to sign up for text alerts because we have that capacity. We've developed a text system which has been very successful over the past year. So you text HOME to 99411 to sign up. And to receive text alerts in Spanish, text HOGAR, HOGAR, to 99411. Now, as we mentioned, the state of emergency, that proclamation, that first phase ends at the end of this month. But we're not slowing down, right? We're going into a whole new phase. And now that we've laid that groundwork and set up new processes, we're able to set ourselves up for much more success. So now let's talk about the next step in the journey. Where are we going next?
All right. So this has truly been a long, challenging journey.
That's right.
And we're not done. We're going to keep going, as you said. So I think it's really important to acknowledge that we're also not alone in this challenge, as we've seen communities across the nation struggling with very similar issues, right? But you're absolutely right. We're going to continue at full steam ahead and taking what we've learned and applying it to the future and all that's coming. So we're creating a new office under the city manager.
Who's going to run that office?
That will be under me.
That's right.
It's going to focus on homelessness through strategy and partnership. Very excited about it. One of the many lessons that we learned during our efforts is the importance of focusing on the big picture and looking at the entire landscape, right? So I want to make sure that people understand this new office will not replace the work that's happening in the health department. It's not taking over the Homeless Services Bureau. This is going to be in partnership with what's been happening already. So really look at this as a collective impact approach to coordinate the work across multiple city departments and with our city partners, okay? So in many ways, this office will reflect the synergy that we found during the emergency, looking at issues through a citywide and equity lens, and empowering departments to be innovative and bold in their approaches as we continue in the work.
And I think that's important that we acknowledge that, you know, the health department's built a lot of capacity, and that's incredible. But we also have seen the value in having a bird's eye view about the whole organization, because every department contributed during the emergency. So having an office at the top of the organization, right in the city manager's office, ensures that it remains a top priority for the city moving forward, not just during the first phase of the emergency. We also know that some of our biggest accomplishments, a lot of it was contingent on partnerships with other agencies, partnerships between the mayor's office and the county supervisor's office, or the city manager's office and the county CEO. All of the discussions have to be coordinated, right? That's how we were able to move so fast and identify the resources for 702 West Anaheim. And so this will allow us to still have that high-level strategy and focus. And that's why I love sort of the branding, the focus on strategy and partnerships, because as the state is evaluating this, it's a shifting legislative environment right now. And we want our Homeless Services Bureau focusing on the work. And then we want to focus on getting them everything they need from a strategy, a resource standpoint, partnership standpoint, to know that they're supported in this. And that is a top priority for our city. So thank you so much. So the other cool thing is we're beginning work on the next phase of our 5-year plan. Let's talk about that.
So it's time to update the strategic plan. We had a 5-year strategic plan. We're going to do the next phase of the next level of strategic plan. So we've already started. We've partnered with City Fabric. They're a local
Brian, great group.
Local organization. They're focused on land use and progressive urban design. So that's perfect. They're going to be stewarding the update of the plan alongside our city staff and community stakeholders. So right now they're in the outreach and data analysis phase. In a couple of months, they're going to launch a community survey. It's going to be followed by roundtables and focus groups. All of us are going to be engaged in that process. People with lived experience, our housed and our unhoused residents, businesses, educational institutions, our faith-based partners, and our community partners are all going to inform this plan. So really key that they all come together. And our goal is to have a draft to City Council and to you by the end of this year.
I believe in plans. Plan your work, work your plan.
Work your plan.
Right?
That's the important.
And the next 5 years, we need to be very transparent with the public of where we're going. New resources coming online. The regional work at La Casa, even, the LA County Affordable Housing Solutions Agency that I vice chair, that I'll be chair in June. All that work intersects, and they're working on a 5-year plan. It's important that we align with the way that the state and the region thinks about homelessness. We think in 5-year increments. So it's important for us to think about it. And, you know, and it gives our residents a lot of hope, right? Hope, you know, like housing and, you know, opportunities and partnerships and engagement. So I really look forward to this plan, the development of this plan. So Teresa, thank you so much. So I know we'll be talking again as the planning gets deeper, gets underway. I encourage everyone to follow the city's social media at Long Beach City and sign up for the Go Long Beach newsletter. The link to sign up is right there on our city's homepage at longbeach.gov. So we'll update you on progress and projects and give you opportunities to provide input and insight as we develop the new strategic plan. And I would also say that while we're in plan development, there's still a lot of exciting things happening. Just a few weeks ago, we broke ground on the Youth Navigation Center. In a few weeks, we'll be launching. We're really excited to be launching the encampment resolution program in downtown. We're excited about some of the additional sort of outreach models we're deploying downtown. We're looking forward to breaking ground on Luxury Inn. We're finally got that project contractor issues worked out. We're finally moving. So there's a lot of activity that's happening still while we begin this comprehensive planning strategy that takes all of these new resources into effect. So thank you to all of you for joining this week's live stream. So now we'll proceed with the interpretation in Spanish and Khmer.
Buenos días. Bienvenidos a nuestra transmisión en vivo sobre la actualización de las personas sin hogar con el alcalde Rex Richardson. El Consejo de la Ciudad recibió una actualización y aprobó pasar a la siguiente fase de emergencia para las personas sin hogar. Habló sobre lo que se logró durante el último año y de la transición a la siguiente fase sobre la situación de emergencia. Hoy nos reunimos con ustedes por 34ª vez para hablar sobre los esfuerzos de respuesta de la ciudad de Long Beach para apoyar a las personas sin hogar, dijo el alcalde. Hemos hablado con mucha gente durante este año, incluyendo la trabajadora social Lucy Hayes, gestora de casos de la Oficina de Servicios para Personas sin Hogar, que volvió de su jubilación para apoyar la respuesta de emergencia. Los socios de la comunidad, como Gregory Sanders, pastor principal de The Rock Christian Fellowship y presidente de la Alianza Ministros de Long Beach, y los líderes de la ciudad en todos los departamentos. Una de las líderes de departamentos, Teresa Chandler, que supervisa los esfuerzos de respuesta a la falta de vivienda en todos los departamentos de la oficina del administrador de la ciudad y que se desempeñó como comandante de incidentes durante la emergencia. Teresa se unió a nosotros hoy, dijo el alcalde, y dijo que al principio de la emergencia nos pusimos manos a la obra y establecimos objetivos para medir nuestro éxito. Buscábamos aumentar el acceso a los servicios, aumentar el alojamiento provisional y a largo plazo, para crear capacidad para abordar el problema de las personas sin hogar e implicar a la comunidad en la recopilación de datos, la planificación y la asistencia. De las 4 estrategias principales que se identificaron, casi todas se han completado y algunas siguen en marcha, dijo Chandler. Como recordatorio, los objetivos se decidieron en estrategias inmediatas, a corto plazo, a medio plazo y a largo plazo. En el marco de los objetivos se completaron 13 de las 14 estrategias inmediatas y 13 de las 15 estrategias a corto plazo. Los nuevos proyectos a medio plazo están en vías de completarse a finales de este año, lo que coincide con el objetivo de 24 meses, dijo Teresa Chandler. El alcalde mencionó que en solo un año se consiguió muchísimo y que si tuviera que nombrar un logro duradero de esta emergencia sería que nos hemos vuelto mucho más ágiles, que pensamos en forma más creativa y nos movemos mucho más rápido. Basta con echar un vistazo a la respuesta que se dio a las recientes lluvias torrenciales históricas que tuvimos este mes para ver el resultado. Algunas de las cosas que se pusieron en marcha durante la emergencia nos permitieron responder de forma diferente a lo que lo hubiésemos hecho antes de la emergencia. Ahora, dijo el alcalde, ya hemos dicho que la proclamación de la proclamación de emergencia para las personas sin hogar termina a finales de este mes. Pero la emergencia continúa y no vamos a bajar los brazos. Ahora que hemos sentado las bases y establecido nuevos procesos, podemos prepararnos para el éxito. Hablemos del siguiente paso de esta jornada. Teresa Chandler mencionó que estamos empezando a trabajar en la siguiente fase de desarrollo de nuestro plan estratégico integral de 5 años. Es hora de actualizar ese plan y forjar un camino para los próximos años, que se han asociado con City Fabric en una organización local centrada en el uso del suelo y diseño urbano progresista. Ahora mismo ellos están en la fase de alcance, divulgación y análisis de datos. En un par de meses lanzarán una encuesta comunitaria seguidas de mesas redondas y grupos de discusión. Nuestro objetivo es presentar un borrador del plan al ayuntamiento a finales del año. El alcalde mencionó que anima a todos a seguir a la ciudad en las redes sociales, yendo a @LongBeachCity y a suscribirse en el boletín informativo Go Long Beach. El alcance para suscribirse se encuentra en la página de inicio de nuestra ciudad en longbeach.gov y ahí le pondremos al día de nuestros proyectos y le daremos la oportunidad de hacernos llegar sus comentarios y opiniones a medida que desarrollamos el nuevo plan estratégico. El alcalde le dio las gracias a Teresa por esta magnífica conversación y a todos nosotros por unirnos a nuestra transmisión en vivo. Muchas gracias.
Basum Jibrisu Bompon Tangakni, Hai Yung Som Swakum Sachi, Tamayakan Kamiti, Pacham Sapada, on Pidam Nostrai Panahana, Tan, the Kron Long Bit was Yung. Yung Som Swakum Bompon Sachi, Tamani, the Sata, Taniku, look up a Kron Long Bit, look Rex Richardson, Som Jibrip Chun Bompo, Nampi, Podmian Tamay, Dial, Tutu Ban, Picron Pasa Kron Long Bit. នឹងការព្រមព្រៀងឲ្យសាលាក្រុងចាត់វិធានការដំណាក់កាលបន្ទាប់ទៅទៀតជុំវិញដំណោះស្រាយបញ្ហាបន្ទាន់នៃភាពអនាថាននៅក្នុងទីក្រុងឡុងបិចរបស់យើងបាទយើងនឹងជជែកអំពីសមិទ្ធិដែលយើងបានសម្រេចនៅក្នុងរយៈពេល1ឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះនិងអំពីការរំកិលខ្លួនទៅរកដំណាក់កាលថ្មីនៃការដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាបន្ទាន់នេះបាទការផ្សាយផ្ទាល់ថ្ងៃនេះគឺជាការផ្សាយលើកទី34ទៅហើយដែលយើងជម្រាបជូនបងប្អូនប្រចាំសប្តាហ៍អំពីកិច្ចខិតខំប្រឹងប្រែងដដៃដុតជើងរបស់យើងដើម្បីជួយដោះស្រាយវិបត្តិនៃភាពអនាថាននៅទីក្រុងឡុងបិចរបស់យើងមកនៅក្នុងមួយឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះយើងបានជួបពីគ្រោះជាមួយមនុស្សម្នាច្រើនណាស់ហើយអ្នកទាំងនោះមានជាអាចមន្ត្រីចុះផ្សព្វផ្សាយដល់មូលដ្ឋានគឺអ្នកស្រី Lucy Hayes ដែលជាអ្នកចាត់ចែងសំណុំរឿងសម្រាប់ការិយាល័យសេវាជនអនាថាដែលអ្នកស្រីចូលនិវត្តន៍ទៅហើយក៏ប៉ុន្តែអ្នកស្រីពេញចិត្តវិលត្រឡប់មកជួយធ្វើកិច្ចការបន្ទាន់មួយនេះតទៅទៀតយើងក៏បានពិគ្រោះជាមួយដៃគូសហគមន៍ដូចជាលោក Gregory Sanders ដែលជាគ្រូគង្វាលប្រចាំកម្មវិធីអាហារូបករណ៍សាសនាគ្រិស្ត The Rock Christian Fellowship និងជាប្រធានក្រុមសម្ព័ន្ធមេដឹកនាំសាសនានៅក្នុងទីក្រុងឡុងបិចរបស់យើងហើយយើងក៏បានជួបពិគ្រោះជាមួយបេដឹកនាំតាមបណ្ដានាយកដ្ឋានរបស់សាលាក្រុងឡុងបិចផងដែរបាទនៅក្នុងចំណោមថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំទាំងនោះមានអ្នកស្រី Teresa Chandler ដែលមើលការខុសត្រូវរឿងចំណាត់ការដោះស្រាយបញ្ហានៃភាពអនាថាដែលអ្នកស្រីជួយសម្របសម្រួលកិច្ចការជួយសង្គ្រោះឬក៏ដោះស្រាយនៅគ្រប់នាយកដ្ឋានទាំងអស់ក្រោមចំណុះរបស់ការិយាល័យអ្នកគ្រប់គ្រងទីក្រុងនិងបម្រើការជាមេបញ្ជាការគ្រប់គ្រងឧបតិហេតុនៅក្នុងអំឡុងពេលដែលមានវិបត្តិនៃភាពអនាថានេះផងបាទអ្នកស្រី Teresa ចូលមករួមនៅក្នុងភាពជាភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសនៅថ្ងៃនេះគឺដើម្បីជម្រាបជូនបងប្អូនបន្ថែមអំពីកិច្ចការងារនេះបាទការពីដើមដំបូងឡើយគឺការដែលដាក់ប្រកាសបញ្ហាអនាថាទៅជាអ្វីដែលជាវិបត្តិដែលត្រូវដោះស្រាយបន្ទាន់យើងបានចាត់ចែងការងារនិងកំណត់ទិសដៅរបស់យើងដើម្បីដាក់ចេញវិធានការធ្វើយ៉ាងណាឲ្យសម្រេចជោគជ័យដល់ឲ្យខាងតែបានពេលនោះគឺយើងផ្ដោតការយកចិត្តទុកដាក់របស់យើងទៅលើការបង្កើនភាពទទួលបានសេវាបង្កើនលទ្ធភាពទទួលបានលំនៅឋានបណ្ដោះអាសន្ននិងយូរអង្វែងកសាងសមត្ថភាពនិងដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាអនាថាហើយគៀកក៏ឲ្យមានការចូលរួមពីសហគមន៍របស់យើងផងនៅក្នុងការប្រមូលទិន្នន័យរៀបចំផែនការនិងចាត់ការផ្ដល់ជំនួយនៅក្នុងចំណោមយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រទាំង4ដែលបានដាក់ចេញយើងសម្រេចបានផលជាច្រើននិយាយទៅស្ទើរតែទាំងអស់លើកលែងតែមួយចំនួនតូចប៉ុណ្ណោះដែលនៅសេសសល់ហើយនឹងកំពុងតែបង្ហើយយើងខ្ញុំសូមជម្រាបរំលឹកថាទិសដៅរបស់យើងគឺផ្ដោតលើយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រដោះស្រាយយ៉ាងច្រើនដាច់ដោយឡែកពីគ្នាហើយច្រើនដំណាក់កាលរួមមានដំណាក់កាលដោះស្រាយបន្ទាន់រយៈពេលខ្លីរយៈពេលមធ្យមនិងរយៈពេលវែងបាទនៅក្នុងចំណោមទិសដៅដោះស្រាយបន្ទាន់ចំនួន14គឺយើងសម្រេចបានទិសដៅយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រចំនួន13នៅក្នុងចំណោមទិសដៅដោះស្រាយរយៈពេលខ្លីចំនួន15គឺយើងសម្រេចទិសដៅយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រចំនួន13ដែរបាទចំណែកឯគម្រោងរយៈពេលមធ្យមទាំង9គឺប្រព្រឹត្តទៅបានរលូននិងគ្រោងសម្រេចផលទាំងស្រុងនៅចុងឆ្នាំនេះ នេះក៏ជាការទៅធ្វើឲ្យស្របតាមគោលដៅដែលបញ្ចប់វានៅក្នុងរយៈពេល24ខែទៅតាមកំណត់របស់យើងដែរបាននៅត្រឹមតែរយៈពេល1ឆ្នាំតែប៉ុណ្ណោះគឺយើងបានសម្រេចលទ្ធផលជាផ្លែផ្កាយ៉ាងច្រើនសន្ធឹកដោយបងប្អូនបានជ្រាបហើយបើឲ្យយើងរកនឹកថាតើអ្វីទៅដែលជាសមិទ្ធិដែលនៅគង់វង្សយូរអង្វែងជាងគេសម្រាប់ដំណោះស្រាយគ្រាអាសន្ននោះគឺគ្មានអ្វីក្រៅពីភាពរហ័សរហួននឹងការដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាទាន់សភាពការនិងភាពច្នៃប្រឌិតនឹងការធ្វើការលឿនរបស់មន្ត្រីរបស់យើងនោះឡើយបាទសូមបងប្អូនសាកកលេចទៅមើលចំណាត់ការឆ្លើយតបទៅនឹងព្យុះភ្លៀងជាប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រនៅទីក្រុងឡុងប៊ីចរបស់យើងដែលយើងអត់ដែលមានពីមុនមកសោះគឺកើតឡើងនៅក្នុងខែកុម្ភៈនេះនោះបងប្អូននឹងឃើញអំពីភាពជោគជ័យរបស់យើងហើយត្បិតអីអ្វីដែលយើងបានត្រៀមរៀបចំសម្រាប់ដោះស្រាយវិបត្តិនៃបញ្ហាអាណាថានេះគឺធ្វើឲ្យយើងត្រៀមលក្ខណៈគ្រប់គ្រាន់ដើម្បីដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាអាសន្នផ្សេងៗទៀតបានល្អនិងជោគជ័យបាទឥឡូវយើងខ្ញុំសូមជម្រាបជូនបងប្អូនថាសេចក្តីប្រកាសដែលដាក់បញ្ហាអាណាថាជាវិបត្តិដែលត្រូវតែយកចិត្តទុកដាក់ដោះស្រាយបន្ទាន់នោះគឺត្រូវផុតនៅចុងខែនេះហើយបើទោះបីជាយ៉ាងនេះក្តីកិច្ចការជួយដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាបន្ទាន់នៃភាពអនាថានេះនៅតែជាកិច្ចការដែលត្រូវតែធ្វើបន្តដោយមិនបទូដៃនោះទេឥឡូវនេះដោយសារតែយើងបានរៀបចំត្រួសត្រាយនិងដាក់ចេញផែនការសកម្មភាពការងាររួចរាល់អស់ទៅហើយនឹងបានកំណត់អំពីដំណើរការថ្មីដែលត្រូវនឹងធ្វើផងនោះគឺយើងអាចកំណត់គោលដៅជោគជ័យរបស់យើងឃើញទៅហើយដែរឥឡូវតោះយើងជជែកអំពីជំហានអ្វីដែលបន្តទៀតដែលយើងត្រូវធ្វើនៅក្នុងដំណើរការដោះស្រាយបញ្ហានៃភាពអនាថានេះឥឡូវនេះយើងកំពុងតែចាប់ផ្ដើមបំពេញកិច្ចការងារដើម្បីធ្វើយ៉ាងណាបង្កើតផែនការយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រគ្រប់ជ្រុងជ្រោយសម្រាប់រយៈពេល5ឆ្នាំតទៅមុខទៀតបាទរយៈពេលនេះក៏ជាពេលដែលត្រូវពិនិត្យមើលឡើងវិញដែរនៅផែនការនោះនឹងរៀបចំទិសដៅរួមរបស់យើងរយៈពេលច្រើនឆ្នាំតទៅមុខទៀតហើយយើងក៏បានចាប់ដៃគូជាមួយនឹងអង្គការមួយឈ្មោះថា City Fabric ដែលជាអង្គការសង្គមស៊ីវិលជាមូលដ្ឋានមួយដែលផ្ដោតទៅលើការប្រើប្រាស់ដីធ្លីនិងរចនាទីក្រុងបែបទាន់សម័យបាទនៅក្នុងពេលនេះដែរពួកគេកំពុងស្ថិតនៅក្នុងដំណាក់កាលចុះផ្សព្វផ្សាយដល់មូលដ្ឋាននិងវិភាគទិន្នន័យហើយក្នុងរយៈពេល2-3ខែទៅខាងមុខនេះពួកគាត់នឹងដាក់ឲ្យសហគមន៍បំពេញការស្ទង់មតិមួយដែលក្រោយៗមកទៀតនឹងមានរៀបចំក្រុមវិភាសាជាតុមូលនិងក្រុមគោលដៅផងបាទគោលដៅរបស់យើងគឺធ្វើយ៉ាងណារៀបចំផែនការព្រៀងមួយដើម្បីដាក់ជូនទៅក្រុមប្រឹក្សាក្រុងឲ្យពិនិត្យនៅដំណាច់ឆ្នាំនេះហើយយើងខ្ញុំសូមលើកទឹកចិត្តឲ្យបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាតាមដានប្រព័ន្ធផ្សព្វផ្សាយសង្គមរបស់សាលាក្រុងឡុងប៊ីចរបស់យើងគឺ @Long Beach City ហើយក៏ចុះឈ្មោះទទួលបានប្រតិបត្តិព័ត៌មានរបស់ក្រុងឡុងប៊ីចរបស់យើងឈ្មោះថា Go Long Beach Newsletter ហើយបងប្អូនក៏អាចរកដំណើរភ្ជាប់ដើម្បីចុះឈ្មោះនោះគឺនៅលើគេហទំព័ររបស់សាលាក្រុងឡុងប៊ីចរបស់យើងផ្ទាល់តែម្ដងគឺ longbeach.gov យើងខ្ញុំនឹងបន្តជម្រាបជូនព័ត៌មានថ្មីនឹងចុងក្រោយអំពីគម្រោងរបស់យើងហើយក៏ផ្ដល់ជូនបងប្អូននៅក្នុងការឱកាសដែលក្នុងការបញ្ចេញមតិនិងផ្ដល់ជាអវ៉ាត់ផ្សេងៗមកដល់យើងខ្ញុំដើម្បីយើងរៀបចំផែនការយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រថ្មីនេះហើយជាចុងក្រោយក៏យើងសូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណដល់ស្រី Teresa ដែលបានផ្ដល់ព័ត៌មានយ៉ាងពិស្ដារប្រចាំសប្តាហ៍និងក៏សូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណយ៉ាងជ្រាលជ្រៅដល់បងប្អូនទាំងអស់ដែលបានត្រង់ត្រាំស្ដាប់និងទស្សនាការផ្សាយបន្តផ្ទាល់ប្រចាំសប្តាហ៍របស់យើងបាទសូមអរគុណនិងសូមជម្រាបលា